Intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag a thing now, do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike.
Talking Heads with Monty is brought to you by BT. Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Foreign Currency, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Scotiabank, Sun Oil Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
The Cuban linked up, how much ice just up, and me rings up. From what day you may find out, certain people don't like me. Everyone cock us bag a thing now. Bex throw me, I do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. 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 To tell you the truth, if I were you, then me probably woulda like me neither. Fresh to the top, born again, them said of late my mind need Jesus. Girls call cookies when my mind need reefer. All when my frost, you can't style me neither. Aim excellent, point blank, tell the truth. Bullets never miss the chin like a Chinese teacher. Yeah, every bad mind fraud, them misses them parents did corrupt, so them are negative. How much longer you gonna yet from people? You know see you now benefit these cars with digits. From here you may find out certain people.
Boy, we off to a roll today, boy. Mr. Producer, I don't know what's going on in there. Please bring my headphones down. Please. I need my ears for the rest of the week. Yeah. Man, you all owe me an eardrum. Dear God. Your finger heavy this afternoon, boy. Arlington, you can tote it today, you know. You can tote it today. Because I have a nice side to me. You can tote it. Your name can get called. Whee! Afternoon, y'all. Let me just let my eardrum recover because I only have one eardrum right now. My left one done gone. But this is the Tuesday, February 20th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. We got lots to talk about. I will open up the lines in a little bit, but I know Tuesday we always go to Grand Bahama. Do we have Sarah Kirkby? We got Sarah lined up. We got Darren lined up. Darren should be chiming in, but of course, you know, each and every Tuesday we got the awesome supplement in The Guardian, the Grand Bahama News, courtesy of the Grand Bahama News, this and every Tuesday. So be sure to check that out. And we'd like to get you up to snuff now. Sarah, what's happening? What's going on? You good?
I'm good, sweetheart. It's been a long time since we've
been a minute, boy. You've been traveling, doing your thing, man. You had on your tea hat and your white tea gloves, doing your high society traveling.
No. What did I miss it for? I went to the States for a quick trip, and then I went to the ballet.
Oh, the ballet. We knew a program of spectacles or tea gloves that could be involved somehow. So, yeah, I'm sure Darren will chime.
The ballet was amazing. I have to tell you, it was really, really fantastic. Glad. And I am hoping that they will come to Freeport next year. We have a beautiful theater. It would be different than what they do in Nassau, so we're trying to work on it.
The ballet lost me years ago. They put out one production called The Nutcracker Suite, and that was it for me. I didn't want nothing to do with the ballet after that. I was done. But
it was really good. I tell you what was the best part about it, and this is why I was excited. I went to the pre-rehearsal for the event on the Tuesday, and to see the girls that dance and young men and the little kids so excited to see the ballerinas. It made it really special. So it was very lucky to go. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're back on this side and going to get us up to snuff at Grand Bahama. Let me just put out the number so everybody knows how to chime in if they got any questions for you. 2-325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free to any one of the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow Channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. All right. We got we got everybody from Freeport chimed in now. Sarah and Darren.
Yeah, Darren's
Awesome.
in now.
So
I got a lot to talk to you about. So I'm gonna get my goody two shoes.
how goes it, Darren? All good with you, my brother?
Hey man, Rachel, I won't complain.
Good to hear from you, but we can let Sarah do her Pollyanna thing, and then me and you can chop it up in a little bit, boy, because we got lots to
Well, I
talk
want
about.
you to you can chime in on the stuff I'm going to talk about.
From
Yeah, man, I like to chime in as well, but I mean,
White and get a shirt from Heather.
Oh, we got an
Right.
extra voice.
we got an extra voice. Who's that extra voice?
You ain't on mute,
Come in.
Darren.
Boy,
You added
boy,
an
Mr.
extra
Producer,
voice.
you all on a roll today. You all even got Spirit chiming in today on the show. What's going on?
All right, let me tell you what's
All right,
going on.
be good.
You would have seen a story before, but we've done a big story on SBP. Now, if you're in Abaco or in Grand Bahama, you would have seen these yellow shirts. They were amazing. These guys came in from day one after Dorian, and they've been on the ground. I guess it's been 5 years. It's been amazing. And Andy, who stole it, he's been phenomenal. $12.5 million invested in recovery that they've done here for homes, mold remediation. They've helped with hospitals. They've helped us rebuild the children's home. They gave us amazing guidance in everything they did. So it's sad to see them go, but I don't think that this island or Abaco would have been rebuilt the way it was without these guys. It's phenomenal what they did.
They did an awesome job.
Yeah, it's worth it, and I would ask everybody to go and find it. And here's the thing that you can also do, and I found this out when I was in Nassau last week. If you go onto the New Guardian website and you go to, it says on the Right Now newsletter, you can click on there and sign up to get all of the Grand Bahama news just when we put it out. So I just want to let people know that. You can subscribe. It's really cool. And I asked you to share and read this story because it's really important. It's amazing what people give back to our country all the time. I don't think we thank people enough, so it's important that we do that.
I think it is commendable that you highlighted them, sir. They did a lot. They came in a crux in a time of need. And quite frankly, at some points in time, they did more than we could do for ourselves because we had too much red tape in the way.
Exactly.
And they came in and filled the
deal with
gap
stuff in a different way. They helped
impeccably.
us, especially with the children's home, formulate a whole new plan of how we do things to bring more money in. They introduced us to some amazing people. So I really can't say enough about them. It was phenomenal. I'm going to go really quickly through the other stories because there's some I wanted to highlight from the last 2 weeks. The DRA, that's the Disaster Relief Association, they're in town. They were meeting and so you can read about that and what's happening there. I do really hope that it brings a lot more organized stuff to that. I don't know how that works, so I'm going to let Darren maybe talk about that. The solar panel is happening for us for Grand Bahama Power. It's still quite amazing to me that you're going to have this many panels and this much space, and it only does 6% of the. It will only provide 6% of the power that we need for the island. So I didn't realize how many panels you needed for solar panel. I thought it wouldn't be that much, but it's a mass farm. So if you read about the acreage that they're actually putting it out on, it's crazy. So welcoming you to Freeport. It lights up, so hopefully that'll make a huge difference for us. And there are 2 theater shows that you can get for the price of one that are coming to the theater this weekend, done by Corel Pinder, a fantastic Grand Bahamian who is brilliant about bringing and stuff, really keeping theater alive in the Bahamas. There's some very talented actors and actresses, so it's great. The other stories I wanted to highlight, we missed each other, we gave an update on the Cayenne Towers. I would encourage everyone to read this, especially if you own a condo. I was really disappointed about that we have not got this resolved yet. It's been so long. I feel so sorry for these owners. And so I would encourage you to read that story. Blood donations at the Rand, we're still having issues with collecting them. I think the Rand needs to pick up how they're doing stuff there and make it better with allowing more families and stuff to come in and things like that. I would like to encourage people to think about that. And then the good news is the Weller development is now on their environmental stage. They only have to wait till April now before they can start their building. and you can read. And if you had any questions, you can also go to their website. That's in our story and highlighted. The chamber elections are coming up in Grand Bahama. That is next week. And we had, other exciting stuff, but those are the ones I really wanted to highlight and go from there.
You got a lot to highlight, though, sir. A lot of positives.
Yeah, a lot of positives. And, I actually, during the times I think we've missed talking to each other, I actually went out and looked at the carnival site with a tour of the group that I took out for a tour. That place is incredible. It is so massive, the new site that we will have there for the cruise ships to come in, and they're already taking cruises. There was at the Super Bowl, I believe, there was an ad already played. No, it wasn't the Super Bowl, the one before that showed, we talked about that. So when I saw the
on the All-Star Weekend. Yeah, All-Star Weekend. It's a great push, and I like to mention Grand Bahama in there just a little bit, but you know how I feel.
Yeah.
How them cruise ships like the piggyback our brand. That was some major piggyback in there, but I like it. They managed to mention Grand Bahama, so I got to live with it for now.
Yeah. No, it's great. And I have to tell you honestly, the island is getting busy. There are a lot more people around. There are building going on like crazy with the shipyard and then Carnival, and now Weller will be next. So, we've got a lot going on, which is great. The island needs it. And so I'm hoping it's all positive. Business Outlook is on Thursday, done by Joan Albury from the Counselors. So hopefully the DPM is speaking at that, and we'll see what he has to say, probably about the airport, I would think. There we go.
There you go. That's the good now, boy, Darren. You got to talk.
Noisy phone call.
Before Sarah get away, her last comment that Business Outlook is this coming Thursday, and the DPM is the guest speaker. I just want to remind her that the DPM at the last Business Outlook made big announcements for Grand Bahama. It's so amazing. A year later, nothing has since changed from the last announcement. So I don't even understand what new will he say today on Thursday. But
I don't know. I hope it's good because that
I
was
look forward to
disappointing. I'll
telling
be
us
honest
about
with
it.
you. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I can listen to it again.
Yeah. It was hard. It's been a year. It's hard that we aren't open, but I'm hoping he'll tell us what the plan is. And we need this.
And 6 weeks, they say 6 weeks after that, you'd see the removal of the old and
demolition. Yes.
Still there. 12 months later, just so you know, 12 months later.
Yeah.
So
Darren brings up a great point. So this is why we need to make sure I hope he's going to explain what's happening with it, and I hope the deal has been finalized.
But when I saw
this airport going,
when I saw the DPM was going to be
having a hard time getting in, and the prices, we've talked about this before, not for these last seats that are left, because they're all being bought up by the shipyard and Carnival coming in.
My thing was, just touching base with the DP, I'm going to be there. When I saw that, I was like, well, I know Darren got at least 3 to 5 questions for him.
I'm not even going to waste my 170 to go in here. I'd be concerned to bring the report. Not good.
Do me a favor.
I'm going to be in Nassau on Thursday. I leave for Nassau Thursday. So I'm not even going to be wasting my time going to hear the DPM. I'll wait for the news to say something because I don't believe what they say. I got to see it. But I got to see it. I don't want to hear it. Because last year he said the same thing. And you see anything from last year, Sarah? No. So I won't waste my 170. I'll use that for my dinner in Nassau when I go on Thursday.
What about, but Don, while I got you, fired up and while I got you in the groove, 2 things. Where you calling me from? Under the bridge, but they just finished building? Second of all,
just one of those days.
I hear you, my brother, and I appreciate you chiming in under duress. Listen, a lot of questions being raised about the school in West End.
What about the school in West End? The school was supposed to have been finished.
Yeah, I see him.
They were just living electrical with the bush. From the by-election, I tell them the bush was growing up.
But I see statements coming out saying it's going to be open soon.
Now, who said that? Kingy said that?
I see things floating around saying it's going to be open soon, but I mean, I'm talking to some folks in Grand Bahama.
At the West End?
Yeah.
In nothing.
Now you breaking up. Now you digitizing. I believe you under the bridge for real.
It'd be good if we actually had a bridge.
Yeah,
Buddy, nothing has happened. Nothing, absolutely nothing has happened to the junior high school from the opening of school.
Well-
When they said that, when the Ministry of Works did their tour and they said that what they needed to get done, nothing happened. Even during the by-election, nothing happened. Nothing. The grass, the weed is growing up. Okay, and I just came from West End last week because I went down I was chorus to my resident who was promised a park before the by-election. The FNM, the leader of the opposition, Michael Pindar, was trying to give them a basketball court before the by-election. The PLP stopped Michael Pindar and said that they will do it and they will do it right. And so the residents called me to let me know, which was last week, that since the by-election to now, the grass is growing higher than it was before.
And they still didn't put the basketball down court for the kids?
No, nothing. What Michael Pindar stopped,
Can you keep it?
what he had done before they stopped
Make
it,
sure it
that's
happens.
all that was done before. Nothing else.
Wow. So
No,
basically,
and
the
it was
youngsters in that
the
area.
park is right down the road from the school. So nothing happened to the school. No road paved. No work is even going on. None.
Oh, boy.
So I don't know how soon they're gonna be open. I don't know.
All right, we got a call. Let me see. Let's take this call. Let's see if they got some questions for Grand Bahama. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, what's happening, Naughty?
What's going on, buddy? Got any questions for Grand Bahama?
Hey, what's that, Darren?
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, listen, on Friday, the DRA was in Grand Bahama, right? Now, we assuming that because the DRA got this $5 million that the government is coming to Grand Bahama, in particular in East End, to inspect and visit the houses that were damaged or need to repair or that were repaired.
Yeah.
That's what we assume that they came. They came here to do.
Yeah.
DRA
They
couldn't
went
have-
down and did a review out in 8 Mile Rock. That's what they
Listen,
did.
No, I'm talking
don't let
about
Sarah
Grand Bahama.
mislead you.
The DRA
Don't let Sarah mislead you. The DRE has a new minister, and you all know how the pomp and pantry goes. Whenever they have a new appointed minister, they have a tour of islands, I guess, of these locations, these offices. The DRA's new minister was in Grand Bahama last week, Friday.
Leon Lundy.
Leon Lundy, I don't even know his name, but Leon Lundy was in Grand Bahama. He did a tour of where their office is located, or where the supply station is, and then where the new state-of-the-art DRA office is going to be. But the $5 million, caller, what should be made clear to you is that the $5 million, the bulk, it's fair to say probably 70% of the $5 million will go to Nassau,
Well,
not to Grand
understand
Bahama or Abu Ghraib.
I understand that. These are the things. Even if Grand Bahama get 100,000, even if they get 100,000, like I said, they go from Freetown to McLeanstown through every settlement. Guess how many houses they stopped to inspect?
None.
Not one single house. Not
I
a
can tell you.
single house. And Sarah, you can't
Not
tell me
one.
that because I was there. I got photos, I got videos.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
Yep.
disagree. I'm just telling you what they put out and did a story on it. It's
Not
and the
a
problem I
single
think that I
house.
also have, and I'm adding to Darren's comment, is I
Darren,
have an
you know what-
issue,
you know where the
to be
issue
quite
was?
honest, with the fact that the people that are running these programs or in charge of them are in Nassau, because
you know-
the bulk
you
of the
know-
hurricanes are not there, and the people that understand how they work are in Grand Bahama and Abaco.
Well, if you listen to the new minister of urban renewal, he will tell you that he's going to take care of the woman who have termites in her roof, who needs a whole roof to come off, or the mummy or the lady who house had fire to the back part. So if we're classifying them now as disasters, then we need to move away from just hurricane disasters in Grand Bahama. And we need now to start worrying about all these other senior citizens in Grand Bahama who cannot repair their homes and who have just run down living facilities. And so I'm rather curious that this is the can of worms that the PLP government is seeking to do. Now, I can be the one to say this to you on Naughty Show and on national radio, is that they are in the process of buying votes for the next general election at the expense of the Bahamian people. That's what they're doing. Because you can't tell me that you're going now to repair, and I have no problem because Bahamians need help, but you only have the Bahamians who displaced. You're going to have those who still living in the home. You're making them priority over people who don't have no place. Yes, I can say it, and some don't feel as if I should say it. But who are these people who are going to getting the special privileges? Are they PLP supporters? Or are they people that you are trying to make good in a promise that you've done during the election? There are people in the East who are still homeless. There are people in the East who still don't have a place to go to. And I'm only talking about the East. You know, so I can't accept the $5 million divided by Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Nassau, who was not impacted by Dorian. Or tell me which storm that they were greatly impacted by that they now have to get 70%, because that's what the government say. The government say the bulk of the homes are in Nassau. This is my words, that's their words.
So again, I mean, I hate to say it, but why Freeport always seem like they're getting the little, sorry end of the stick?
We are always getting the shitty end of the stick because again, and I mean, I'm trying to come to grips and trying to be this one to support the ministers for Grand Bahama, but the reality of it is we got two weak back leaders who can't seem to fight for the people of Grand Bahama, and then we got the opposition who on the other hand, who they're saying, oh, they're only crying, but when you were there, you didn't do anything. And the reality of it is we just need leaders to fight for the people. And we don't have it. We don't have it in the Ginger Moxie, and we don't have it in the Kingsley Smith. We don't have it. We don't. Because, I mean, the reality of it is the new MP, and while some may say, oh, give him a mistake too, but for Jesus Christ's sake, Naughty and Sarah, you learn Mandarin in China, not Spanish. So if you only know that part of it, where the hell do you think you're going to know how to fight for the people, for people who need help? Huh? Man, listen, we got to get this thing together. But hey, I'm only one who's just continuing to cry in the wilderness. And all they're saying is, he just making noise.
But Darren, you're making the right noise, and I understand your frustration because Darren's part of a group of Rotarians who have done a phenomenal job. They have helped all the fishermen get back up. They've jumped in East End. If it wasn't for these nonprofits, and I know Abaco will say the same, Naughty. I know they will talk about it all the time, Roscoe and Daphne and those guys. It's the nonprofits that have stepped up. There are still people here who have not had repairs after the hurricane. And that does scare me to hear that. It terrifies me when I hear it. 5 years on.
I would say this. I would be the one to say this. As a Rotarian and as one of those persons for 3 years who have been in the management of Rotary, we have helped in all of our programs, the boat programs, the rebuilding programs, the material programs, the you name it programs. We have helped thousands in Bahama. And let me say this, we are little over $5 million. We've built 23 brand new homes and renovated over thousands of homes throughout Grand Bahama. And have supplied over 60 brand new engines and has repaired over 110 boats. Have given deep freeze to fishermen, have given coupons for fishing gears, and you name it. Different from the 55 containers of grocery and household supplies. We have not done $6 million, and the government now has allocated $5 million to help people. The problem with that is who can be the one to manage it will not maximize the way that it needs to do. Okay, so $5 million seems to be insignificant, but it is significant in the right hands with the right people who don't see color and who has a mission and a mandate to help the masses. So $5 million will probably, I guess, when they come and give us back the report, they can tell us they helped 70 people.
I'm getting some text here right now, and like I say,
naughty.
Just it's kind of the same old with and see, I don't like to get into it because he who feels it knows. You guys live there. That's why it's important for you guys to chime in. Because, you know, if you're in New Providence, if you're in Abaco, if you're in Exuma, you can offer different commentary because you're not there day to day. But the general consensus is that at some point you guys got to unify down there in Grand Bahama and for lack of a better word, kick somebody in the shin. You know what I mean? Because
I agree.
The consensus is 3.5 years into every administration, PRBs and FNMs are disgruntled in Grand Bahama for one reason or another. And it's kind of a like a dark cloud hanging over it. There needs to be some sort of objectivity, I think, moving forward, because we always have the same complaints. When the FNM is opposition, you get the same complaints. When the PRB is in opposition, you get the same complaints. But Grand Bahama continues to suffer. And I agree with you.
You said it very well. You said it's time for the people of Grand Bahama to unite, come together with the understanding of putting aside my political belief, and have the very real understanding and passion to demand what is right for the people, and doesn't matter if you ruffle feathers. Because one of the things I've realized is when we stand together and we send a clear message, we get results. But when we are trying to own things, stay divided, stay fighting amongst each other, we continue to get what we are getting. Grand Bahama has great potential. Grand Bahama has wonderful infrastructure. We have room for growth. We have the ability to embrace many other opportunities and projects. And it's so sad that the people don't see the need to come together and to be able to work together for the common good. I am so PLP-ish, or I so FNM-ish, that all I want to do is just stay focused on my party, when the reality of it is we have a country, or we have an island that continues to drown in foolishness. And until we decide to pull up our socks, and persons coming from behind their comfortable desk and stop worrying about being blacklisted or being listed, and let's fight for the future of Grand Bahama Island. We have potential. We do. You know, and it's so sad for me. I know Sarah's a part of the chamber, but it's so sad to see that the chairman of the Progressive River Party attacked the chamber president, and there was no repercussion or no response or no outrage by chamber members. This is the man who represents the business community of Grand Bahama, who should be in consultation and communication with the government for the business, was attacked by the chairman. And is still to date, he's actually about to demit office soon. Still to date, have not had the opportunity to be able to meet with the prime minister in his terms in office, in his tenure, his 2-year term as chamber president. Come March, you have a new president coming in. And
when did he get attacked? I'm sorry, I don't know this, Darren, and I want to know.
When the chairman, you didn't get the voice note, when the chairman told the chamber, and I'm paraphrasing, they said, small man, this ain't have nothing to do with you.
Oh, jeez.
And I mean, let's be honest.
The chairman told the president of the Chamber of Commerce, look here, man, get out of this. This has nothing to do with you. This don't involve you. But this is the same chamber president that also represents the Grand Bahama Port Authority, because they are a business in the city of Freeport.
Yeah.
So I can't accept it. You know, and there was no outrage. There was no, and I had quite a bit of chamber members speaking to me, and I said, why me? Y'all go say something. Y'all publicly write up your post and tell the chamber, tell the chairman he's out of line, and this is the same chairman that attacked. And all we were seeking to do was to educate the people about the HCA. Okay? And so So if we allow one man to continue to suppress and to attack the business community, and we sit down, one person make noise and the rest of us beat up our gums behind closed doors, we will continue not to get what we've been getting. We will continue to be treated the way we've been treated.
Don't disagree with you, Darren and Naughty. You got him to sum it up exactly well. If we're not willing to stick up for our own, we're not going to. And he's right. People are afraid. They don't speak out. It's a shame.
Here comes the text. Great show as usual. You all in Grand Bahama like promises you haven't learned yet. I may as well be an MP next go round. No text. I know this is through. No, we good. Naughty. Great show as usual. Fred is obviously the blue-eyed baby boy. The PM will never chastise him. Boy, I tell you, maybe Fred got all the files. That's why they don't chastise him. Let's go to the phones real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, man. Everything good?
Yeah, what's going on, brother? What you got for me?
Great conversation you having, man. I actually is a Suvian who been in Freeport from 2002.
Okay.
Working over there. Just came back over here like 3 years ago because of all the work over here, man, because people are getting a little dead. But this guy, man, Fred, man, he can be the detrimental of the PLP party. Him and he, all his talks and everything, he destroying them right now. Trust me. Everyone talking about him on the road right now, man.
He's up to Generian before, but he's kind of proving me right. And, I don't mind being proven right. That kind of it?
Exactly. He's a smart guy. Very smart, very intelligent man. But he getting too, big chested and thing, man. I don't know what's going on with him, but he just sit back and shut up, man.
There you go. I mean,
I go on that. I gotta listen to you.
All right, my brother. Be safe. Thanks for the contribution.
Right,
Naughty, at this point, we in Grand Bahama need to start the process of breaking away from the Bahamas. I think we can do better as an independent nation to join the U.S. and become like the Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico. Only then will the government and NASA take us serious. It's so sad that this is what the Magic City has been reduced to.
Naughty, in response to that text, I don't think we need to break away to become our own. The reality of it is we as a people need to stand.
Correct.
And if we see, we have 5 MPs. We have 5 persons that have been duly elected to represent the views of the people in the halls of Parliament. And if we stand together, the PLP MPs will not have an opportunity because one, we will keep their feet to the fire, and make sure that they do their part of the work. So if Grand Bahama is seriously frustrated and tired of where we are, we have to come together. And Grand Bahama, when we look at the history of Grand Bahama and we look at what we went through here in Grand Bahama, and back in the days of our forefathers who had to have been behind the gate at a certain time, only could have worked in certain places at certain positions. When we look at our history of where we came from, it took men and women to braven or to build up the courage to stand to say enough of this is enough, and we are now going to take the island that belongs to us. And so until we get back the drive, the fortitude, and the fight that our forefathers had that removed the gates that we were held behind back in the day, we are going to still continue to get what we are getting. And so we have to continue. No, I'm not interested in cussing the Grand Bahamians and calling them the names and telling them what you deserve. And if you don't, no, because I think it's time for us now to switch the message to empower each other to say, hey, we are stronger together. And we now need to come together and stand together and say to the government, we refuse to allow you to do what you're doing to the port, and to say to the port, we refuse to allow you to do what you ain't doing, or to do what you're supposed to be doing. And we as a people, because listen, to the Port Authority, when we did the demonstration, it wasn't 100 of us per se. I didn't do the count. It wasn't 100 of us. Okay? And the fact that we could have bring the chairman, the president of the port from the 4th floor to the bottom floor to meet with us, whatever the ramification and the deal was, or whether he was encouraged, we were able to demand him to the bottom floor to come down to our level and speak with us. And the people who were there showed him, we ain't got time for this, sir. We ain't playing this game with you. So you can get your act together. And what they did, they engaged us. They entertained us. They wanted to hear from us. Less than 100 people. So if we now take that same drive, we shut the roads down, Naughty. Nothing moving all day. Why? Because we're saying to a government who has the ability and the responsibility to make sure that this island continues to flourish, continues to do what needs to be done. We ain't playing this game with you. Come.
Let's go to the phone lines real quick. I got a couple more calls. Let's try to get them in. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
What's up, Naughty? This is Petersburg. What's up, man? What's up, man?
What up, St. Pete? Make it quick, man. I know I can hear from you in 5 o'clock, but what you got for Freeport?
Roscoe, boy, he fired up today. But, Naughty, that's why you need local government right now. You can't depend on the central government to do everything. Local government, people need to push for local government, man. Bahamian people should be able to take care of themselves. The private sector I'm talking about. You know, the central government, they don't care. And he said, but stealing votes? Man, all politicians do that, man. That, you know, when it comes to for voting, every government do it. No matter where you go in this world, that's just politicians. They're the biggest liars in the world, man. They promise you this and promise you that. You know, look at the by-election. They promise all them people all that stuff in West End and do nothing. Man, that's what. And the next government get in power, they can do the same thing. You know, they need a different party in the Bahamas, man. Give somebody else a try. Because both governments are failing the people, man. Peace.
All right, there, St. Pete. I appreciate you, brother. Let's get to the next call. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, good afternoon to you.
Boy, I already know this is you. 6 minutes left and Jeff in the building.
Very quick.
You got to. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. My thing is, I want to put a short cross about. I think basically the people in Grand Bahama, in particular, have not remembered the pride that Grand Bahama once. I believe that many of them have been lulled into sleep. They don't know that they have to now fight for what it is that they want. It's not going to be given. And until the people really recognize the amount of power that they have in their hands and not rely on the government to do anything. In fact, they are supposed to be demanding that the government fulfill the promises that was made to them and not to allow them latitude to deliver when they want to deliver. I think that is what is really necessary that our people need to now begin to do. Stop laying on the wayside and demand that the government delivers on every promise within a certain period of time. Don't even give them the latitude of choosing the time. You give them the time frame for them to deliver. And I think that's when they will begin to pay attention to the people. Thanks for taking my call.
Always a pleasure, Jeff. Let me get these texts in real quick. Naughty, do you think this is a coincidence, or is it a deliberate and organized attempt to dampen and even extinguish the revolutionary flame we had as people prior to independence? I'll say a little bit of both. How about that? Naughty, Freeport shouldn't become independent. Puerto Rico ain't doing all that good. Remember when Trump had to carry them toilet tissue? Oh, God. Mitchell has outlined the PLP sword. What will he do when politics is done? Here's another one. Good day, Naughty. I was thinking about what Fred Mitchell said about not using Dr. Sands or supporting Dr. Sands. Let's say if a person was shot and Dr. Sands had to attend to them, and after assisting them, they would tell him, my mind has changed from voting PLP. But you're all on a roll today, boy. You're all everywhere. Naughty, good afternoon to you guests, but Grand Bahamian people can't be taken seriously. You're mad on the radio, but you all won't come together and demand greater autonomy for the whole island, as in statehood, after which the central government would only get involved if there's a crisis or an emergency. So they're flying in, and we got another call.
I'm only one person, and if anyone knows that Vancouver, my message has not changed.
Right.
It's always been about the betterment of Grand Bahama, the empowerment of my people, and there's only so much that one person can do. But we are indeed stronger together as a people, and until we as a people get tired of where we are and what we're going through and what we've been enduring, then we will then take a stand. If not, then we will continue to enjoy what we are entitled to, and not enjoy what we're entitled to, and continue to suffer. Yeah. So we have to do our part, and yes, I agree. We have to come together. The red Bahamians, the green Bahamians, the black Bahamians,
the beige Bahamians. Don't forget the beige brothers too, now, and sisters. Don't forget us beige set.
Yeah, the beige ones.
Forget the beige.
Come together and have the understanding that one, Grand Bahama has great potential, and I said it and I say it again. When I look at the Carnival Cruise Port, I look at the Weller development, only those who see the actual layout. I've had the opportunity, I was invited by the new person, Filter Grant Adley, to see the layout of the Carnival Cruise Port and to see the finished product of it. And it now makes sense with why the Weller development is going in that area, because it's like a whole tie-in different city. But the reality of it is, if Weller was not stable and was not passionate about this project in Grand Bahama, it would have been gone a long time. Because something Weller just reached last year. They've been around trying to get approval, trying to get this project off the ground, and they've continued to embrace and to go through setbacks and delay. And this is me speaking from just looking at how long we've been talking about the Weller development. Before Weller was actually public, I knew about the Weller development. I've heard about the Weller development. I knew about what their plans were, but we ain't get it yet. And we're still working. And I say we because I'm a Grand Bahamian who is married to any projects that will bring opportunity and to bring jobs. And it is my project. It's not the government project. And so, we have to do it. We as a people have to do it. And so I charge all of us, me, Sarah, and all of us are guilty for just running our mouths and not putting our heads together and strategizing and demanding better from our governments.
Well, we've reached that time, man. I really appreciate you guys chiming in as always. We got to get to the news, but I appreciate you, and I'm sure we'll have another candid conversation next Tuesday. But great stuff today. Tons of texts, tons of calls, and I think we got to continue the dialogue until Freeport gets where it needs to be.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. Too many empty promises.
Get a little bit of that Darren passion in us, because it's phenomenal.
Yeah, we got to get more Grand Bahamians fired up and get them back out there and get them involved, man. I think it's a major part of our archipelago, and it shouldn't be overlooked. And we need Freeport at the table, Grand Bahama at the table.
Our opportunity's coming now. We need to grab it now. I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darren.
No problem. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna do it again next Tuesday. Text us. I see your text about CYA. We can talk about Fred and that tomorrow on the show, okay? But we got to get to the sports now. So I appreciate Grand Bahama chiming in as always. Everybody who texted in good stuff. Quick break. We'll get to the news. On the flip side of the news, we'll be talking sports in the 5 o'clock hour. Keep it right. We have the Tuesday, February 19th edition of Talking Heads continues. Well, February 20th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Refined style with elegant taste. The fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% gets. At KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Struggling to repay your loan? Let us help you get back on track with payment terms that suits your financial situation and improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Credit Bureau. Inquire about our restructured loans today. Call us at 356-7764.
Just because they were cheap, Keisha bought things that she really didn't want. Hungry for deals? Let KFC satisfy your cravings before you do something crazy. Get the new Kentucky Crunch Sandwich with a juicy KFC chicken filet, fresh lettuce, and the perfect amount of mayo topped with a fluffy sesame seed bun for just $5.75. Order your new favorite sandwich online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value. It's finger-licking good.
Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Foreign Currency, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Scotiabank, Sun Oil Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, February 20th edition of Talking Heads. And we're into the 5 o'clock hour talking sports. So, you know, we got to chime in with Pearly.
I'm right here, dude.
What's going on, Pearlissimo? What's happening, Pearly? What's going on with you today, my brother?
I'm in a really good mood, but I want to do something first because I got to say hi to a couple people. I know I'm overstepping my bounds here a little bit, but you know, every day somebody's saying they want you to say hi to them. So I'm just going to do this one time only, okay? I'm going to say hi to Siobhan, Janine, Naomi, Anita, Michelle, Brenda, and Auntie Jeannie. Okay? There we go. Good. All right. Thank you.
You got it all up to date?
You can't say it on the radio what you really want to say, so leave it, you know?
What? You got your butt kissing out the way? You got your schmoozing out the way?
A nice rock alarm dinner. I got to say hi, man.
What? Rock alarm dinner?
Yeah.
Boy, look here. You had the air fryer?
No, they cooks in the air fryer. It cooks. Listen, I'm going to bake a cake tonight in the air fryer.
You going to bake a cake?
Yeah, I bake a cake, yeah.
You could bake a cake in the air fryer?
You could do just about anything in the air fryer.
I never knew you could bake a cake in the air fryer.
Yeah. I've done it before.
Well, I mean, you never bragged on it, so how bad did it come out?
No, it came out really good. Actually, it came out really good. I did it, I think it was over the Christmas I did it.
Well, it couldn't have been no fruit cake.
No, it was just a regular cake, man. Albeit a box cake, because, you know, I wasn't sure if you could do it from scratch. So I wanted to try it based on the box cakes. And I did a funfetti. That's kind of cool.
I ain't eating no cake you bake. I can tell you that now. Gotta come from the bakery. You gotta tell me what bakery it come from. I ain't eating the air fryer cake.
Let me explain something to you. Louise Thompson, my grandma, Thompson was a great baker. Baked bread every Saturday, potato bread, Johnny cake, bread pudding, you know, all that kind of stuff. My Grammy, Julie Nixon, was also a great baker. Cakes, all right? My cousin Venencia has a little bakery called Julie Blanche Bakeries, great baker. I come from a family of cooks and bakers. I can cook. I can bake. If I bake it, it can taste good. First of all, I ain't gonna let you eat it if it don't taste good.
You bragging on your cooking now?
I'm telling you, it's been my hobby all my life. I love cooking. You know, I always used to think whenever my woman tell me go eat, she ain't cooking, I don't need her, I can cook. I need a woman for companionship and friendship. I don't need you to cook for me and nothing like that because I can do that.
You could cook.
I can cook. Brother, I can
I
cook.
hear you talking, but you always bragging about your cooking, but when you can make a plate.
These days, I'm going to fix some of my nice honey garlic wings for you, and I'll call you until you pick it up on the way, and you could have. I'll do that, and I'll let you know.
What about something other than honey barbecue?
I can do anything. I can cook almost anything. I've tried all kinds. I like trying new recipes.
You like to try new recipes, but why everything is always honey garlic with the new recipes?
I just love honey garlic. I love doing honey garlic wings and stuff. But I could do barbecue wings. I could do a nice lobster tail for you, with a nice butter belt over it. Steak. I could do a nice glazed pork chop for you. Brown sugar glazed pork chop. You know. If you want corned beef and grits, I could do that too. You want corned beef and white rice, I could do that too.
You cover the whole spectrum. You could do it all.
I like to eat. In every aspect of the word, I like to eat.
Let's go to the phone lines and that.
I gotta be able to cook because I won't be able to eat.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads.
No, this is me again. This is Peter's boy again. Hey, party, I'll feed you, boy. Hey,
listen, y'all don't scream on this phone. I done got a caved in air drum.
Hey, listen, I'm old school. Hey, I feel it. I only need a woman for compassion. I know I grew up scrubbing clothes on scrubbing board and cooking outside. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can iron my own clothes. I don't need a woman to do nothing for me but make some ugly faces. You know what I'm saying? I feel you on that, bro. You know, these modern guys today, these modern day guys now, man, look at, back in the days, we used to make our own starch our own jeans. Iron it with brown paper. Well, you know about them days, man. I know about them days. Brown paper, I know about them days.
Brown paper what?
Yeah.
Hold on, brown paper what?
Man,
that's for the brown paper, so the iron mark don't be on your clothes.
Oh, you talking about that? About ironing your clothes with brown paper?
Yeah.
I know you're talking about something else with brown paper, and I just got to plead the fifth.
No.
Hey, man, look at this morning. This time it is, man. They can't cook clean. We don't need none of that. I grew up scrubbing the floor with the scrubbing brush and sweeping the yard, all that stuff, man. Be old school, man. Hey, y'all have a good day, man.
You too, say. How's things over there in Florida, though, man? What's going on in Tampa? You didn't give us an update in Tampa for a couple of days.
This weather go be cold, hot. Over the weekend we had rain for 2 days straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Then the cold came in, man.
I heard it was raining a lot up and down Florida.
But funny, you live in Minnesota, right?
I went to school in Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, see how them buildings connected all in one. Well, you can walk from the garage to one building to the next without getting it. Man, that call in Minnesota ain't nothing to play with, boy.
Yeah, you can walk basically all downtown Minneapolis without going indoors.
Yo, that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? But boy, that call ain't nothing to play with down there, boy. That call
is nothing to play with. You survive that, you can survive anywhere.
Man, I call it your teeth rattling, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look here, man. Y'all be good, man. And
all right, St. Pete. You be safe, man. We'll talk to you soon again, brother. Be safe. Always appreciate your thoughts.
So Naughty, Otani had batting practice yesterday against live pitching.
Oh, God.
Jack won so far over the fence, they still ain't find that ball yet.
It's spring training, Pearly.
Yes, preseason, spring training game, first game. Yes. March 20th, the Los Angeles Dodgers against the San Diego Padres in Seoul, South Korea. Yamamoto will be the starting pitcher.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Now, we don't know if he can start the first. There's 2 games to play in Korea. I don't know if he can start the first or the second one, but he's definitely starting one of them. That's already been announced by the manager, Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts, how long he could be the manager, brother? You think he can pull it off for you?
I think, listen, you know, a lot of people try to kill him, but if you look at the job he did last year, considering Kershaw, Buehler, Dustin May, Gosselin, that's your 4 top pitchers out. You start 3 rookies, a pitcher who ain't thrown 90 miles an hour since in the last 5 years, and another pitcher that you scrap up, and you still win 111 games. That would have devastated any other team. You lose your top 4 starting pitchers. You had every member of your starting lineup out for some period of time, even better it's only a few games or not. You had a great load of injuries, and you still was able to lead them and keep them together, keep them focused to get a hot Arizona team. That happens. That's baseball. He didn't coach any. He didn't make any bad moves. He didn't make any bad decisions. Just that Mookie Betts about 3 for 39 over the last 2 years in playoffs. Freddie Freeman, who was hitting the cover off the ball all year, couldn't buy a hit. Between the two of them, they had 1 hit in that series. Dave Roberts don't swing the bat for them. You can tell him you can pull your 2 best players up because they ain't hitting. That ain't gonna happen if that was maybe a Chris Taylor or something. Yeah, you could be if he don't pull them all, you gotta pull Chris Taylor and put somebody else, put Rosario or somebody else in. But you ain't pulling Mookie Betts, and Mookie Betts bat 1 for 100. But you know any minute now he can jack 1. Same thing with Freddie Freeman. So the bottom line is, I think he's a good manager. Now, if he got this team and don't take us to the World Series, I have a problem with him. And yet I say, I'm not saying he has to win the World Series, but at least get us there. Because anything can happen in the World Series that could cause you lose or win. You know, so.
Yeah, you know, Brady, sometimes you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't, man.
Yeah, but considering the job that brother did, man, I can't complain. 111 games with no pitching staff. Now, he should be able to do the same thing this year. You got probably one of the top pitching staffs. The only team that probably has a better outfield in the Dodgers or any other is probably between Atlanta and the Yankees.
I don't know. I just got a text saying, hey, Naughty, tell that's dead sack fella, Dave Roberts, and that choking crew will fail him once again.
Tell Jeff he can fail us no less than his Yankees fail him. Tell Jeff I say that. Jeff, I say that.
I don't know, boy. He got it over you the last couple of years.
We talked a little bit yesterday about the salary cap. You imagine, and just to bring it back up just quickly, you imagine the salary cap in 1994 for the NFL was $34 million.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
I know, I just couldn't. I mean, I've been thinking about that straight through to consider $34 million to $250 million in over 30 years. This shows you how money lost its value, or has it gained more value? Which one?
Well, we talked about it being $7.5 million with Roger Clemens, and that was a lot of money, and the salary cap for that year was $34 million. So
yeah, and then that's amazing. That is amazing.
I mean, when you think dudes today are making in the season what the salary cap was back in the day 30 years ago, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy.
Only going to get, in every league, it's only going to get worse. The minute somebody signs a huge contract, the next man up is going to break that mark.
Yeah. Because, all right, so you get Ohtani at $70 million. I'm interested to see who's going to be the first $100 million player. But I don't see anybody getting $70 million unless they're a two-way player like Ohtani is. You're paying for two players, basically, they're trying to say. I don't see anybody can justify. I can't see somebody out there, Judge. I can't see Judge justifying $70 million. He's only playing right field and hitting. He's not coming and pitching and winning 20 games. So I take a lot of that in consideration when you look at those guys. Now you see a Yamamoto who got $325 million. Somebody can win. And oh, by the way, I understand the Phillies offered him more money. He turned the Phillies down because he wanted to be a Dodger.
Interesting.
Oh, and by the way, I understand today is the first day that franchise tag football players.
Yeah, but we ain't franchising nobody. I know but you.
We may have to franchise Chris Wilkinson.
You may have to?
We may have to because he's going to want 20 to 25 million a year. And we can't pay him that this year because our predicament in terms of our salary cap. So we may have to franchise him and get him at a little lower price and then try to work on something over the season.
Boy, well, listen, I got a final.
Either him or Van Ginkel. We may have to franchise Van Ginkel. One of them going to have to franchise him. If not, we can lose both.
If you look at some of the swirlings in the NFL, some big names may be on the move. In fact,
the Chiefs had to decide whether to franchise Chris Jones or Snead.
Well, I think they're going to sign both of them, one via the franchise and one by getting a deal done, or both maybe get a deal done.
No, one got to be franchised and one got to get a deal done. I don't think they'd be able to get two, considering with Snead, top 5 cornerback, Chris Jones, top 2, top 3 edge rusher.
I don't know. You may franchise Wilkins. I don't know, but that's going to be something that's going to be the bane of your existence over this offseason. Now, talking to Kansas City and the final 15 today, Nick Wright taking us home. Nick Wright says that's the best landing spot for Mike Evans.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe T. Higgins was a better fit there.
Higgins is a good fit, but I don't think Cincinnati's going to lose Higgins. I think Cincinnati can do what they can do to keep him.
But they got to try to sign Jamar Chase. They got to sign some other pieces, so I don't know.
No, but I think the two important ones is him and Jamar Chase. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I think they can try to keep that team together.
Well, Chase wants a raise, okay?
Yeah.
So...
But Chase is still under contract, right?
Correct, but then here comes the option of holding out, so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, you got to watch yourself.
And rumors were abounding last year, pretty that they were trying to trade T. Higgins before the deadline.
Yeah. That was a rumor. Yeah.
So I think he may be on the way out.
Well, we'll see. Evans would be an excellent choice. If Evans goes to Kansas City, they keep that team together, mail them the trophy and let's just play 2025 season.
I'm looking at some things coming out of Dallas. Apparently, Doc's going to reset the quarterback market at $60 million a year.
Father's sake.
And if that's the case, then Dallas is in trouble.
Yep. That's amazing. I see.
Because we won't have money to spend. Now, if it's the case of he's posturing for the extension, then obviously if he gets the extension, he don't mind getting $45, $50 million a year in that neighborhood. but that's still a lot of money. You still got to scale that down some in order to sign free agents and be competitive. And I think that's the beauty of Patrick Mahomes' contract in Kansas City. They have all the things worked in, the mechanisms worked in for him to extend, you know what I mean, restructure, so on and so forth, so that they can always bring in talent.
Let me ask you this. You heard anything about Barkley to Dallas? Because I understand it for the Giants to get him, if they franchise him, that cost them $12 million.
It's $12 million if they franchise him.
Those running backs are worth $12 million.
I think Barkley to the Cowboys is just what an agent does. Link a team with a need to a team with a need.
Because, you know, him, Henry, and Jacobs are all free agents. But I don't see any.
I don't think any of them getting $10 million because Tony Pollard got $10 million last year. So
that was a stretch.
Those numbers are going to come down because the league is going to stick together and not pay running backs.
Oh yeah, because I mean, to be honest, the way the league is going, running backs only a distraction to the defense because really they're not relying on not many teams are relying on running backs to get chunky yards, to do this, to do that, to set up the play. But
and I don't think Dallas is going to spend money on a running back. I think they're going to spend money elsewhere. I think they'll look to the draft or the free agency for a running back. But I think they're going to focus on the defensive side of the football.
Okay.
That's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to, they're going to focus on re-signing who we need to re-sign in-house.
And get them inside defensive play to stop the running.
Well, I think we're going after, that's going to be free agency right there because Mozzie Smith to me is a bust right now. So free agency.
I remember when you guys got him. I remember how you were talking about how good he's going to be.
No. Stop, Bertie. You have made him Taco Charlton 2.0. I can't stand any defensive player from Michigan.
Well, who I was talking about? Who you was talking about? So linebacker, right?
No, I was talking about last year. It wasn't Mozzie as the first. I had my options on Mozzie. I really wasn't sold on Mozzie.
Okay.
I said it was a good enough pick because we have to have a big body in there to address stopping the run, but obviously it didn't work because we didn't stop the run this year. Mozzie's film is horrible. I always had my doubts about him coming up because I got burnt by Taco Charlton a couple of years ago, and Taco ended up playing for you all after we cut him.
Which he ended up being a really good center.
No,
sorry.
Taco's a defensive player, yeah. You're thinking of Connor Williams.
Yeah, no, I was reading something. Tyron Smith, y'all could lose him.
We're not going to lose Tyron. Tyron's already opened up and said he wants to come back to Dallas. He's willing to do a team-friendly contract, you know what I mean? And work it out between the two parties. But then again, the Jets could come along and offer a whole bag of money, and he might have to go take that bag. Let's go to the phone line.
And no, before you go to the line, one more thing. What make the edge rusher from the Panthers, Burns, I think his name, think he worth $30 million?
It's who the league is telling. Is the league telling his agent that he's worth $30 million?
Yeah, but they ain't signed him. They can franchise tag him, and he can get 15.
Yeah, well, maybe that they do it like that sometimes so they can get you back after that franchise year at a lesser contract on a lesser deal. Say you took your franchise year, you didn't break the bank, you know?
They even ain't close, I'm told.
Well, you got some teams some overlooked veterans that every team might want to prioritize, Pearly.
So you really think that, all right, let me ask you this. You think he's worth more than Nick Bosa or TJ Watts?
Who?
Burns.
Boy. He's been mentioned in that conversation, Pearly. He's an ascending talent.
Okay.
He worth more than Bosa with the Chargers because he always hurt.
Okay. But I think they can pay him $22 million and which is what they really want to pay him for a year and then see if his numbers drop down, they ain't getting no better.
Well, here's some veterans that could actually be turned to and actually make some money. And like I see some names popping up that sound familiar and you kind of forgot them. That's why they're considered overlooked. But these guys are key components to a good team. Like on the edge, you got Derek Barnett.
Oh, yeah.
First round pick in 2017. You know, he was with the Eagles. The Eagles cut him in November. And the Texans immediately claimed him. And he played well for them. And from
Sometimes
week
he was
15
just-
on, he had 3.5 sacks, 8 quarterback knockdowns, and 13 total pressures.
That ain't bad. 5 games? How many games?
And that was from week 15. So only in like 3 weeks he did all of that damage.
15, 16, 17, 4 games.
Now, apparently the Browns are interested and the Bills are interested.
Okay.
Another dark horse name who to me is a tremendous talent but always been injured is cornerback Ronald Darby, who played for the Ravens last year.
Yeah, but he's always hurt.
Always hurt. But again,
He reminds me of Xavier Howard.
but he's only 30. But he's had those 2 ACL hits, the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions, and a possible return to Baltimore.
Speaking of Minnesota Vikings, I hear Cousins is getting interest from the Atlanta Falcons. It might be a good fit for Atlanta.
Yeah, might be. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, Naughty, this is my fraud. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Hey,
Pretty,
what's up, bro?
I agree with Naughty, man. What we got to do, we got to work on our defense, man. With Romy, Bradshaw, and Montana, they come into us, to the Dolphins. They could step up our defense to be like the steel curtain defense of the 80s, 90s.
Or the kid, the second, you mean the secondary coach of the Montana?
Yeah, the secondary of Montana, and who they get hired.
Special team.
Yeah, for the defensive end coordinators. For the defensive coordinators, yeah. The Montana and Romy Bradshaw, would you send me today?
Yeah. They bring some experience.
Lousy. Our defense lousy against team over 500, man. Teams good quarterbacks and things, we lousy, man. We can't stop them. We can't really stop the run. You know.
So we didn't do a bad job of stopping the run. Fellas just pick us apart because we couldn't put no pressure on the quarterback. You know, even though we were in the top 5 in pressures, I don't understand that. But
because look how Josh Allen do us in the 2 games, man. The 2 games, he had over 30, 40 yards in running, man. And things like that, man.
Well, because we did that was more coaching than talent. Fagiano just never had nobody spying him, which was ridiculous. How you gonna have somebody like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson? You spy them.
Yeah, man, we gotta step up our team, man. If you go somewhere,
on them. So what happened? When the fellas see the thing, they break off running. Bushcrack, Allen gone, ting-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah, and then we gotta tackle. We gotta learn how to tackle, man. We can't tackle, man. Fellas will be picking up 4, 5, 6, 7 yards after we done tackle them, man. We got to step up on that too. But I see on the bottom of ESPN running now, say Justin Fields have to wait till May 2nd before the Bears make a decision.
March 2nd.
March 2nd. I thought I see May 2nd on this. Oh, okay, all right.
It can't be that long. It's either March 2nd or June.
But I see May 2nd. Yes, now pass on ESPN. Double check it when you check it on the computer. Yeah, but Naughty, you didn't want your boy play, but your boy ended up an MVP.
Oh.
You see that?
Who?
Mike Boston.
Yeah, man, but I don't care about Michael winning an MVP in a stupid, senseless, whack NBA All-Star game. I want to see him win an MVP in the damn Super Bowl. How about that? Or a regular season MVP that leads to a Super Bowl.
I agree.
I don't want to see him out there risking life and limb and injury and all that foolishness for an NBA All-Star game.
Your boy get dunk, man. What you mean injury, man? Your boy get dunk.
He actually went too. He gave more effort than the regular NBA players gave.
I serious.
He scored more points than LeBron. Yeah.
LeBron only made apparently they sat him.
He had ankle problems, man. You know the boy have ankle problems.
He shouldn't even go to the All-Star game.
Yeah, and they only play him in the first half like that, man. But Kevin Durant interviews, yeah, he talked with him. How good he talked with him, man. 21 seasons, been to the finals 10 times. He have not the most respect for him and all that. Only y'all LA fans and things trying to diss the man, and the man give you all your 17 championship. That's what I don't understand. I know y'all didn't give a duff. They'll bomb them, get it, if y'all ain't want it.
Would say Muff?
If y'all didn't want the 2021 and things like that, you keep dissing the man. Everyone else in the NBA got so much respect for this man. To be playing at 39 and 21 seasons and being to the finals 10 times in a row and everything, but he always dissing the man.
Listen.
I tell you what, send Jimmy Butler and we'll send you LeBron.
Never.
No. Keep Jimmy Butler. Keep Jimmy Butler. Send us Bam Adebayo and Jamie Jacquez and we good to go.
No, never. Never see it. Never see
Oh.
it. Well, anyhow, let me let somebody look at it. But put any homemade pizza in the air fryer. But I ain't never tried baked cake. I got to try that one. I can send you the video right now where I do some homemade pizza. But I ain't know that one. Anyhow, y'all gentlemen, see the link up. Y'all be safe.
All right, Muff, be safe.
Yeah.
I always do the pizza, but I'll let you know how the cake come out when I on the show tomorrow.
The cake?
Yeah, bake cake tonight.
You let me know how it turned out tomorrow is correct, because I ain't tasting that cake.
Hey, lady, take piece. Get piece of it. I bet you MJ will take piece of it.
I know, but that. I know, but that she asked me, you taste it? I say, no, but
Do it. What make you think I can't bake a cake?
I'm not saying I don't think you cannot bake a cake. I think you can bake a cake. When you're talking about baking a cake in an air fryer, yeah, I got my doubts there.
All right, I'll bake the cake. I'm cut a slice, take a picture, let you see it, and say how fluffy and nice it be. I'm gonna go next door, get me a pint of butter pecan ice cream, and I'll be caking ice cream later.
Anyhow, see, the ice cream could work, man. You tempted me with the ice cream, but the cake, nah.
I'm telling you, Naughty, have I ever led you, let me rephrase that. Have I ever really given you any bad advice?
Well, it was that time you told me to go out on Montague. No. No, for the most part.
I won't, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be good. Now, what I have not learned to do is how to ice in the cotton picking cake. I get a little impatient and don't wait for it to cool because I want to eat it quick, so I don't get the ice in it too good. But outside of that, it tastes pretty good.
Anyway, I guess I've been, a guinea pig with some cocktails before and samples of things,
all the neighbor kids, Randy, all the kids, they come, Randy, my boy Randy, Richard, they all come and get a slice of cake.
And then I must have got to pass and get me a slice of cake on the way home too. All right, we got a scientist chiming in now. Naughty, the air fryer is just an easy bake oven for adults. It's a miniature oven. I get that, Dexter, but, over my time, I've seen people, make stuff out of them easy bake ovens too. And it wasn't too righteous. That's all I'm saying. But hey, if you believe in Pearly, I believe in Pearly too.
The good people, they gotta believe in me, they know, I'm telling you.
Naughty, don't eat that cake. You will become a Dodger, a Laker, and a Dolphin if you eat that cake. Step away from that cake. Don't eat it, Naughty. Don't eat it, Naughty. That was, right, Pearly?
Yeah, I know what that was.
Anyway, Pearl, let's get to some picks, man. And we don't have any NBA till Thursday, but we got some NHL action and some college basketball action. And the Island game is always doing big things.
Okay.
Awesome sports book, multiple ways to play and win. They always remind you to play responsibly. And like I said, there's lots to choose from tonight. If you look at the college basketball scene, and if you look at the NHL, there is a lot to choose from.
All right, let's see what's going on tonight then. You see Virginia Tech upset Virginia, halfway kill them. I forgot Virginia can't score,
Big man, let me tell you something. I had the college parlay to put in, got distracted doing something around the house, forgot to put it in, kicked myself this morning because I had them in that upset, boy.
But you see my girls them win, right? You see the Notre Dame and LSU won.
Well, there you go. They won for you, Pearly. I mean, I wasn't watching, but I'm glad they won for you.
Okay, you want to take? Let's look at Tennessee at Missouri. I like Tennessee to blow them out.
In women's basketball?
No, this is men's.
All right, you like Tennessee over Missouri. I like Villanova over Butler.
I like Villanova. For some reason, Villanova players are always fundamentally sound basketball players. Yeah, I like Villanova over Butler.
I like Michigan State over Iowa. Money line.
Yeah.
And here's another use.
Yeah. Okay.
NC State playing at home, and they've been winning lately, man. So
yeah, they have been. Now
here's one that's only by 2 points, right? But for some strange reason, UMass plays monster basketball at home. They're a 2-point favorite over Virginia Commonwealth tonight. Only a bucket. Oh, no, only a bucket, 2 points.
Okay.
That's one you might want to roll the dice on and see if you get lucky.
Now, you know what I say here, which is an interesting thing. Number 1, Connecticut, playing number 15, Cretan, and Connecticut only a 2-point favorite on the road.
Wow, you might want to take that too on Connecticut +2, but double check to make sure they don't have the injury bug hitting them.
They just became number 1 this week.
Make sure they don't have the injury bug hitting them tonight. Why they favored so low though?
But listen, let me tell you something about
and
college
Vegas
basketball
probably
this year.
considers their bench strong enough to win.
Let me tell you about college basketball this year. There's no one team I can say go win. Like you in past years, you've seen Danny Manning in Kansas, Patrick Ewing in Georgetown, or
you don't see none of that.
Christian Lane and Duke. You said we know they gonna win the championship, but they can beat it in the NCAA. That I can say I know gonna make it to the Final Four. I believe Purdue can be there. I believe Connecticut can be there. I believe
yeah. But ain't no etched in stone. And those brackets in March are going to be very interesting.
You never see a top 5 team losing to unranked teams, and all them getting beat by unranked teams. Everybody is so much parity in college basketball. It is phenomenal. Every game is a good game, whether they're a ranked team or not.
They're great. I can't wait for the tournament party, but those brackets, they're going to be crazy. The bracketology this year are going to be nuts. But anyway, we got to get to the break because we got that clip lined up and Nick Wright taking us home. So, good stuff as always. We'll hear from you again tomorrow. And then, of course, Thursday, you're holding it down.
Yes, I got a guest Thursday. We're going to talk a little bit about a charity thing for doing some Buddy Heel tennis, some sneakers and oxygen them.
Nice.
And talk about helping out some charities and helping out some schools get some sporting stuff done. So a little 5 minutes to talk about that, and then we get some other things we can talk about.
Solid. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to chatting with you tomorrow, man. Good stuff. Go bake that cake in the air fryer, man, and let me know when it's done.
I'll call you and let you know about it.
All right, good stuff, man. We'll see you again tomorrow, man.
Okay.
For Pearly, this your boy Naughty. Bahamas, be good, man. If you can be good at it. And we'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads. Nick Wright taking us home right after the break. Keep it right where you got it.
Ciao, ciao.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast. More of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
March 8th, 2024 is International Women's Day. Guardian Media wants all Bahamians to truly inspire inclusion. It's not just something we should say or something we should write about. It's something we need to think about, know, and embrace. It's what we should believe in unconditionally. This International Women's Day, Guardian Media wants you and your company to inspire inclusion. Celebrate the women in your organization this International Women's Day by placing them in an ad in our International Women's Day supplement. For more information, call 302-2300 or contact your account executive. The aim of the International Women's Day 2024 campaign is to collectively forge a more inclusive world for women. International Women's Day, March 8th, 2024. Inspire inclusion.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, it's tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games. Yes,
Sundays live on Guardian Talk Radio 96.9 is the time to listen to your favorite Talk Together in English, hosted by me, Lady T. Are you ready for Anupale Assam? Let's talk together in English. It's a 1 hour of news, information for the Haitian community living in the Bahamas. Sponsored by Fort Terrace Diagnostic Center. Need to know more about health matters, immigration support for young learners at home, banking, as well as current affairs concerns that affect the Haitian community. Tune in at 6 p.m. every Sunday together in English. Anupale Assam,
hosted by me, Lady T. Sponsored by Fort Terrace Diagnostic Center. Live on Guardian Talk Radio 96.9.
Just because they were on sale that he and his friend really didn't need. Hungry for deals? Let KFC satisfy your cravings before you do something crazy. Get a KFC 6-piece value deal with juicy fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for only $20. Order your new favorite deal or hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. Nobody does value like KFC, and this finger look good.
John Shoes Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles. With new arrival, John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale. And John's, we put fashion at your feet.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk.
Chiefs go all in for a three-peat. Meanwhile, why Caleb Williams is back and a better prospect than Joe Burrow. The stat that you need to see. Okay. But right now, after 10 years and catching touchdowns from legendary superstars like Brady and the Big Joe, Mike Evans slated to become a free agent 13th this year. Here are his next team odds. Texans at 1, Bucks at 2. That makes sense. Chiefs, high draft picks. The Bears and the Patriots. Nick, do you love Mike Evans on the Chiefs?
No, I don't want him on the Chiefs.
Out of loyalty
you don't
to the
want
Big
Mike
Show?
Evans? Well, listen, if he wanted to come play for $5 million, sure. But Mike Evans is too good to take anything like that contract. I think Mike Evans is going to cash in one more time to a big degree. And 30-year-old wide receivers entering year 11 is not the way the Chiefs operate. And I understand that all this, in order to make football discussions work, we pretended the Chiefs hadn't just won the Super Bowl with a nondescript receiving core. And now all offseason, we're going to have to pretend they haven't won back-to-back Super Bowls with nondescript receiving cores. But even if they have the money, because they can move Patrick's money. And this is where I'm going to, I understand it was my 2023 resolution. I might bring it back for 2024, be less humble. It's going to sound arrogant on behalf of the Chiefs. When you draft as well as the Chiefs have, you need the money to keep those guys. Creed Humphrey is about to get one of the biggest center contracts ever. Trey Smith is about to get a contract. L'Jarius Sneed, one of their draft picks. They might lose him because he's going to get a top of the market deal. Trent McDuffie is going to a year from a deal. They have drafted so well that these young players, they need the money for their second contracts. And so I would be looking at, because I think they're going to cut MVS. Super Bowl champ 2 times over, great playoff performer, saves him $12 million. So a guy like Gabe Davis, someone like that is going to be inexpensive on maybe a prove-it deal, but Mike Evans at $25+ million, it just doesn't make sense.
No, I hear you, and I like what you said about Gabe Davis, Shaheed, like Holmes might become superstars, and that's what they need. Because I know you like, and I like Rashee Rice. But he's more underneath. He can run after the. And obviously, they can win the Super Bowl if they don't improve the receiving core. I mean, we don't know that they will, but they can. They've done it the last 2 years. Juju was good, but, he's not a great receiver. So you can't say they have to, but you guys know since the Super Bowl, I've been saying I want to see them go get a great receiver. And maybe one of those young guys, I get it. I like T. Higgins. He's only 25. Evans will be 31 in August.
He's going to get a monster deal.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. And that's why if they get one of the two you mentioned, I'm fine with it. But if I were them, I am looking for a deep threat receiver. Here's why. Not just to win it. And I get it. You win it, it doesn't matter. But I want to maximize Patrick Mahomes. We can still have, there's no law that you can't have a great defense and a great offense. And Mahomes carried them because of his greatness. They won it with them. But imagine, why can't you have the great defense and he's throwing for 315 yards a game? So I want them, I like the two names you mentioned because they won't be too expensive. So I want them to go get a deep threat receiver who can catch.
Did you see this Warren Sharp tweet? I thought it was quite interesting. This is average length of touchdown pass from Mahomes. 2019.
There you go.
It was 17 yards, then 13, 8.5, 4.5, and last year just under 4. So I thought it was laid out like that. I thought it was a pretty sharp contrast from 17 down to 4. Do you think this is the new normal? Like, this is just what we do.
So it should be noted that 2021, when it was all the way down to 8.5, they still had Tyreek Hill. And 2022, when it was barely above this year, he won league MVP and they were the highest scoring team. That, in my opinion, was actually in reference to how teams changed how they're defending the Chiefs.
Got you.
Teams, his first 2 years, didn't think he could keep it up.
Right.
They were like, you know what? We're not gonna give you all the underneath. You're gonna have to prove to us. You're just gonna hit us over the head, over the top again and again. And he did. And so then they changed, and the Chiefs went through that brief struggle in 2021, and then adjusted. This year, obviously, the offense didn't work the way they wanted it to for large portions of the season. But you got through the growing pains to the other side of it, and I think Rashee Rice is going to be the Chiefs' #1 receiver. I don't think he is like the deep threat Jamar Chase type. I understand that, but I think he is a #1. I think they're going to draft a guy. So you have Rashee Rice, you have a rookie. I bet they bring back McCole Hardman, Justin Watson, who has been steady. I know you don't love that he went to Penn, but he's been steady. And then one veteran in the MVS role. That's your receiving core, not even to mention they have Tony coming back if he gets his head on straight. So, that's it. I just don't think the Chiefs are going to use their resource
thing. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to say he's more Jordan. He's more like Jordan. And here's the thing, Nick. When I believe when I said that Mahomes was Jordan-esque was after his rookie his first year as a starter, when he threw for 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. And what I saw was a guy, I was like, he's going to win. All right, we just see how good he is, even though they only got to the AFC Championship that year. But he's going to have great individual numbers and accolades and winning at an incredibly high level. To me, that's what makes Jordan the GOAT. We're not doing a GOAT debate, but Jordan had the incredible individual dominance measured in large part by stats and accolades, and the team dominance. Bill Russell had the team dominance, but his individual numbers weren't like incredible. 15 points a game, 44% shooting. Wilt Chamberlain had the great individual dominance, but not the winning. Jordan had that rare combination of both. So Mahomes has it. Brady, for the first 3 championships, didn't have the individual accolades or the stats. All right, and he had the winning. And so that's and you look at a lot of quarterbacks, Bradshaw, the winning, but not necessarily the individual dominance.
Particularly until he had it later in his career.
Yeah, he won an MVP.
Exactly.
But he had some, but it wasn't complete dominant. So that's why I think he's more Jordan-esque.
So listen, I'm contractually obligated to register a complaint that LeBron's not involved in this discussion.
That's what I noted.
LeBron also has the individual dominance and the winning, all of that. But the answer is there is no comp. There is no comp. Because everybody else has a but that he doesn't. Jordan started his career 3 straight years under 500. LeBron missed the playoffs early. You know what I mean? Kareem won instantly and then went through a weird dry spell until he got to the Lakers. Russell, as you mentioned, Brady missed the playoffs in year 3, second year as a starter. Healthy, not the ACL year, missed the playoffs and was not anywhere close to the driving force for the beginning of his career. Mahomes is going to be the standard to which guys are held. He is not held to anyone's standard. He is Babe Ruth.